we're back.
Hi.
How's it going, Hannah?
I'm really good. I'm really excited right now.
I could tell you're like jumping out of your seats.
I'm vibrating with excitement, honestly. We've been putting this off, and now we're back.
For a while now. It is on me 100% my end.
No,
No,
I enabled it. You'd be like, let's skip another week. I'm like, all right. I don't want to do shit. I always like, if I have to do anything, I instantly don't want to. But once I do it, I'm excited.
Right, that makes
sense. You could tell me, like, we're going to Disneyland. I'll be like, oh, fuck. I have to do it.
I get that. Totally.
I have to make effort.
Yeah. Like I was like that, before my trip to Colorado, I was like, I don't want to say dreading the trip. I wasn't dreading the trip. I was excited about the trip. But
you just want to be there and just do
right.
it. Yeah.
And the idea of being there for 10 days was a lot for me because I have never, ever taken a vacation that long.
Ever?
Never.
What the
in my life. So this was like, I'm like, at certain points, I'm like, I just need my home, my my bedroom,
place.
the space, like, so but overall, like it was a really good time.
Well, we'll get into that. We should tell people who we are because none of these people know.
No, it's been how long has it been? Like 4 months?
I think like 4 months. Okay, so hey guys, I'm Hannah Vaughn, and this is the pickup line where we have candid conversations about whatever the fuck we want, usually about sex, dating, and relationships. And we are not experts, but we're fun to hang out with. And this is Ethan Micheal.
What's up?
And yeah, we have not streamed since May, maybe before that. I'm not sure. It was one of those things where we're like, let's take a week off. And then this time went by and then we're like, oh shit, should we do that again? So it's been kind of weird, but I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces in the chat and that makes me really happy.
Same. After all this time, some people still wanted to watch us. So that's pretty cool.
I said on Twitter that if I got at least 5 people in our audience tonight, that I would post nudes.
You were serious.
I didn't say of who.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, like, wow.
I have never posted nudes online, but no, I will not be posting nudes of me. But yeah, I might post nudes of someone. I couldn't tell you who.
Okay, so this brings up to something I don't know if I should be talking about or not.
Well, you're in the perfect place for that. Now you have to, because I really want to know.
Dude, yes, but I could be putting my foot in my mouth so bad.
Okay, should I change the conversation real quickly?
I'm not gonna do the whole. Okay.
We got to get you back into the groove of things because you're 4 months away from you and you're already being bashful. This is not all right. We're never allowed to do that again.
Okay. All right, fine. No more bashfulness.
Expose yourself. Expose yourself. This is where you do it. Safe space.
I do.
The internet for everyone to see, Ethan.
Like my posture is very closed. I'm very
I know.
uneasy.
We'll get back into it though. We're gonna wean you back into this.
I need to get that
mouth is a kink. Back. Yes, says Ameet Mathew. Yeah. You ever have? Well, maybe not for you, but sometimes people pop a toe in their mouth. I'm like, all right. Sorry in advance. Okay, should we jump into what we've been up to, or do you want to talk about something apparently embarrassing?
So for our show next week, I got an idea, and I should have talked to you about this beforehand, but I'm like 99%
Stop putting off my idea. You don't want to do my idea. I can tell.
No, we're doing your idea. This is in addition to your idea. It's not another idea. It's
lay it on me.
We haven't done it since our first episode, so let's give away a $50 Visa gift card. For
whoever sends in nudes. I'm kidding.
For the best pickup line.
Oh, right, I love it. We had some great ones last time, and I think wasn't it, who won last time? My friend Gavin called in, and he had a Lord of the Rings one, and then who won last time? I have to remind myself.
I don't remember. I'd have to go back and watch it.
What the fuck? Okay, so $50 gift card to whoever calls in next week. We don't have any open lines tonight, but we will next week and start cooking up ideas for the best or worst pickup line. Because sometimes like I love just ironic ones that suck, but they make
Yeah,
me
those are
laugh.
good too.
I love those.
So should I say most entertaining one?
Whichever one we like the best.
Okay, that works.
It is completely we are
Can we let the
completely going to choose
audience
our favorite. Hmm?
shouldn't we let the audience vote though too?
How are they gonna vote? Just like hoot and holler. We'll keep an eye on the chat. Whoever like gets the most hoopla over a pickup line, we'll take that into consideration, I suppose, unless we can figure out how to make a poll. But regardless, there will be a $50 gift card to what? Amazon?
Visa gift card.
Visa? Okay. There's gonna be a $50 Visa gift card
I mean, I
to
can do Amazon too. Visa does.
we'll
I'll let
figure
the
it out.
person decide.
You'll get money. It
Yeah.
might not be cash money, but you will get currency in some form, $50
Yes.
worth, for coming up with a really good pickup line, and we will somehow pick our favorite. And that's gonna kick off the new age of pickup line. We're
Season
gonna take
3?
off running. Season 3, whatever fucking we've done it we had a year, and then we had an anniversary, and then we kinda had half a year, so I don't know if
Oh,
that any of this counts.
yeah,
But
well, it still count. This would be like season 3 after a break. Like, show goes on a break for a while.
all right. We're in, like, our 3rd era, I would say.
Yes.
It's yeah. So, let's let everyone know, like, what have you been up to, Ethan? What's new? How's
Okay,
trips?
so, I did go to Colorado, which was awesome. Um, got to climb in the mountains. I'm
Ooh.
also terrified of heights, so I was standing, like, near the edge, and I'm just like, "Ugh," like, I couldn't do it. Um, and my friends were, like, hanging off the edge, and I'm just like, so
Mm-mm.
much anxiety, so much anxiety. I don't wanna say literally, like, hanging half off, but,
But, like, looking over.
like, laying down right on the edge.
Oh, fucking hell.
Yeah,
No, no, no,
I
no.
know, like, and I'm just like, I'm a nervous wreck over that, and, because I can't I'm like, heights freak me out,
Same.
but either way, I really enjoyed the hike. It was a lot of fun.
I always
Um
have this fear that, like I know it's completely irrational that if I go too close to a height to an edge, because I used to spend a lot of time in Yosemite National Park in California, I wouldn't wanna go near the edge at all because I thought, "What if there's a freak situation where the earth just tilts and I go sliding off?"
Right. That's
It's
how
like
hard.
it's irrational, I know,
Right.
but I don't that's what I feel is, like, gonna happen, and everything in my DNA is telling me, "Don't do that." So I don't. Also, I hear about people dying in, like, national parks all the time, because they think
Right.
it's Disneyland. They're like, "Let's take a selfie," and then they just I'm so sorry, that's like I'm not trying to joke about it, but it's
That would be
freaking
horrible.
terrifying, and people actually
Yeah.
die. Nature does not give a fuck about you.
No.
Surprise.
So, we didn't get to do a lot because it wasn't a true vacation, so we were there for a wedding.
Right.
So, and then in addition to the wedding, we were watching, so the couple could go on their honeymoon, we were watching their house, their dogs for the week.
Oh,
And
okay.
we didn't have, like I mean, I had enough time off, but she didn't, so I'm like, I'm still gonna work too since she's stuck working.
Mhm.
Um, so, the wedding was fun, it was also on the mountain. I see, SDB asking which mountains. I don't remember. Uh, I forgot the name.
The ones in Colorado.
Yeah, the ones in Colorado.
That's cool though. I've been in Colorado, but I haven't spent any time in the mountains, but
Oh,
mhm.
and then have you heard of Meow Wolf?
Yeah, dude, Meow Wolf is incredible.
That's
It's
where I
so
went.
freaking cool.
I
Oh
was
my
like
god.
a kid in a candy store. I was
Mhm.
all excited. I'm touching everything. They had this, like, futuristic car with all these buttons. My ADHD was so happy because I was just like
It all does stuff.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
interactive
cool.
museums and displays are a dream. because you actually get like feedback from the things that are happening. And it's not just like, oh, observe, cool. You're like, I'm interacting with it and getting positive feedback to my brain because something happened. Yeah. No, I love Meow Wolf. I really miss Colorado.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. So yeah, that was pretty cool.
Okay. What's next? What else did you do?
Oh,
It was 4 months.
Yeah, that's true. There was a recruiter that reached out to me, and let's just say I got offered a job for more money.
Oh,
So I was
hey.
like,
Okay.
hell
Oh,
yeah, like this is what I'm looking for. Like this is what I need right now. Um, but I really didn't want to leave my company. So
why?
because I'm comfortable.
Do you have like
So
a loyalty complex?
maybe a little bit. So
Ah,
here's
come
what I did.
on. You take care of you.
Well, I did. I went to HR and my boss, and I said, look, here's the deal. This is what happened. I'm like, I'm loyal to NTT.
You're
I
loyal to more
can't bleep that out either.
we can edit
Oh.
this later.
I'm loyal to the company I work for. Oh my God, foot in the
Rookie
mouth.
mistake.
Such a
We'll figure
rookie
it out how to
mistake.
take care of that later. Do you wanna start over? You wanna end the stream and start over?
No. So, um, ooh, yeah, that's what I said. SDB. I'm
Yeah,
loyal to
it's
SDB.
me. I'm
Um,
loyal to student Dr. Ben as well.
so I let them know the situation, and I was like, I'm loyal to our company. I'm like, I'd like to further my education with our company, but I need to get compensated to something more towards market value. And within
Hey.
days, they restructured my position, got me under a new manager, and gave me a bigger bump than the company that was countering me.
Yo,
So I was like,
negotiation.
hell yeah.
Check
I
you out. Oh my
like,
god.
dude, when they came back with all that, I was like, oh, and like a bigger bonus structure too. So I was just
Amazing.
like, this is awesome. Like, I didn't expect this. Like, I wish I would have like almost done this a long time ago, but hey,
Well, here
it's working now. It's awesome. That makes me really happy. I'm very
oh,
proud that I was able to make that work. And I'm very fortunate.
congratulations, Ethan. That's incredible.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm happy. And if you guys see me keep going like this throughout the broadcast, it's because there's something wrong with my camera right now. It keeps flashing to yellow. And for some reason, when I raise my hands up right over here, it resets it and it goes back to the regular color.
I noticed that. Give me credit.
Yeah. Hannah's like, oh yeah, it happened right when you did this. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm like,
And
just lift your
I'm
arms. It like recalibrates it
I
and just so you look
I thought
perfect.
I was like, "Yeah, okay, this isn't gonna fucking work," but okay.
It was
And
like magic.
I did it, and I was like,
Amazing.
"Whoa,"
Listen to
instantly.
me. Okay. All right. So, hey, you had a vacation, came
Um,
back to like a, better situation financially and work-wise. That's incredible.
yeah,
You doing a
um,
lot of how you doing some swinging still?
I that's what I was just gonna say. I was like, we went to a few parties. Um,
So you're still fine. You're still going that way and
yeah,
it's going well.
yes,
Oh, I'm happy to hear
more
that for you.
more and more comfortable. Like, I do have to have, like, a connection with somebody, though.
Mm.
Like, and I don't mean like a super like, or we need to like, there just has to be like that clicking, you know what I mean? Where you
That
at least
chemistry. You have
vibe,
to have chemistry with
because
someone.
it's like if it doesn't matter how attractive you are, if it just doesn't work, it doesn't work. And I like,
Right.
so I need there to be like conversation. I need to be intellectually stimulated.
So it's like about like actually liking the person and their
Yeah,
company.
exactly.
Okay, interesting.
Um,
No, I completely am I'm the same way. Like, you could be the hottest person in the world, but, like, if you don't make me laugh and I don't know, there's something chemically that also has to go on with attraction too. It's I don't know,
right.
pheromones, chemistry, and sometimes you just vibe with someone,
Well,
and that's way more important to me.
and like the friendships you form and the closeness you get with
Mhm.
like these other couples, it's really cool. Like you're just super close friends.
Yeah.
and intimate with each other. But there's a very clear line where it's like they're together, we're together.
Right.
I haven't run into any issues.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. I
So
mean,
yeah.
so that brings just like something I want to touch on is that Ethan and I really want to have a swingers panel where we're going to
Mhm.
have margarita night and just have a whole bunch of swingers on. And I'm just going to sit there in the corner and ask a lot of questions.
That
But it's
might be our most X-rated show yet.
Pardon?
That might be our most X-rated show yet.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that and just absorbing a lot of very interesting information.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that. We have we kind of had a brainstorming session with Puck. You can all also thank Puck for really, really, really
Pushing us.
making sure we did this.
Yes.
Borderline like lassoing us both in and being like, "Come back," and we're
Yeah.
like, "Okay."
He
Okay. I was
he
gonna say due
literally
to
did
high
that.
demand, but it was
And
like a
then
couple people and mostly Puck.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
missed
and
you
then
guys doing the show, but thank you, Puck. I'm glad we're doing this.
yeah,
But
me
but
too.
but
He literally did lasso us into a meeting.
yeah, he lassoed us into a group chat and was like, "Here we go. Here's what's gonna
When you
happen."
start
We're like,
back up, this needs to happen.
yeah, I was like, "Okay, fine." So the thing that I really, really want to do an episode on is we're just kind of so basically the point of our kind of reintroduction episode is we want to talk to you about where we've been, and what we kind of plan on doing from here on out, and just touching on a couple things. And I'm sure the conversation is going to go into a spaghetti version of a bit different directions because that's what happens with us. But I do want to touch on like some things you guys can look forward to. If you have any suggestions, um, I mean, no one, I'm not like freaking famous or anything. I'm super accessible. So just like DM me on Facebook or like Twitter or something, and like I'll take it into consideration. Like if there's something you think we should touch on, or definitely let me know because there's always so many. I don't know. A lot of the best episodes have come from suggestions. So, but the thing that I really want to do an episode on is to just talk about our deal breakers and red flags and just like roast the shit out of them. Uh because some of them are really stupid. I want to hear your guys' red flags and deal breakers. And just have a discussion about that. And because I've heard some really interesting red flags and like pet peeves from people about relationship. Like, I won't date someone if they do this. And I'll be like, are you freaking
Right.
serious?
You hear me,
But then
what,
I
like, are you
compare them to
kidding
my
me?
own, and I'm like, I'm sure people think mine are absolutely ridiculous. But that's the thing about relationships and sex and dating is honestly, it's it's your choice. Like, if you're not comfortable with something, if something does not work for you, like, that's your prerogative, man.
Yeah.
But I will
Like,
make fun of you if you're sucks.
no. One thing I wanted to jump back to till we get too far off topic was
Oh, sure.
still well, not off topic, you were right on topic. So, but the swinging. So
You
one
wanna talk about where your dick has been.
No, no,
I'm kidding,
no.
I'm kidding, I'm
Oh
kidding.
my
I'm just
god.
like I'm Ethan! It's okay. I'm just talking shit. It's all
No,
right.
like, one of the common questions I get asked is, "How can you be comfortable with your partner being intimate with someone else?" And, at first, I was very uneasy and
Right.
and jealous, and,
You were
but
jealous.
I was, yes.
Ooh, that's so funny considering what you told me the other day. Anyway.
Did I tell you the other day?
I will remind you soon, but Ethan and I should have a debate on
Oh,
something.
yes. I no, I remember. Uh,
We can get into
yeah,
that. I'll remember, don't worry. So, you were very uncomfortable and jealous at first.
yes, but to be very clear, this was my idea. I was not pushed into this by any means.
Really?
And yes, like I literally so she had told me she had experience in open relationships before. I had none. I've been monogamous, my entire life. And I just thinking about it and thinking about it, and I'm like, man, dude, how am I gonna top open relationships? I'm like, I can't do that stuff, man. And I was like, well, you know what? I'm like, I kind of have always been curious about swinging. So I just one day said, "Hey, I found a swingers club this weekend. You want to go?" And she was like, "Sure."
I love how, like, she's just fucking down. She's like, "All
Right.
right."
Just totally down. So, where was I
Was
going
this
with this?
before or
Oh,
after the sex convention where you were really nervous about spanking?
oh yeah. We went to a sex convention and I let another guy flog her, but I wouldn't flog her. I was all like
No, I
timid and
respect women. Wow, well, what if
right.
a woman is saying, "Flog me now"?
And okay, but in the privacy of the bedroom, you know, okay.
How
Um,
gentleman of you.
but in public, I can't.
Alright.
Um,
Okay, sorry. I keep asking side questions.
no, ask
So
as many side questions as
yeah,
you want.
okay,
We're here
so
to ramble tonight.
right, right. But no, my question was in particular, was the sex party, the swinging party before or after you went to this, like, sex convention?
We went to the I believe we went to the swingers party first.
Oh, okay. And
Yeah.
tell me about your first experience, and I wanna hear a comparison, like, how you felt then and how you feel now.
Um, so we were there, a couple couples like talked to us, none we, had any interest in. And then this uh other couple came up and we talked for a while, we hit it off. Um, man, I don't know how much I should really be saying.
I mean, as long as
I'm
you
not
don't say people's, like, names and shit.
oh no, no. I just mean like descriptive wise. I'm not gonna get too descriptive.
Alright.
Um,
You can just say, like, yeah, I mean,
but
you've got naked.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, we did. We
you did things.
did some stuff.
Okay.
Wasn't considered like,
You didn't
uh
have intercourse?
there we go.
Alright, alright. But you were
Uh,
sexual with another couple. Okay,
yeah, kind
okay,
of, like
okay.
so, I
Alright.
was really, really nervous about other men at first, like, in the beginning, but I also knew that's why I trailed off, is because I was trying to say, like, if people hear me say I was uncomfortable, they were probably thinking, "Well, why are you doing it if you're so uncomfortable?" I wanted to, and I knew it was something I would enjoy. So I put like with the pickup line, in the beginning of this show started, I couldn't say the word masturbate on screen. Now I can. Do you remember how hard it was for me to say it?
Yeah, you didn't change color.
No.
You didn't
So
turn
like,
beet red.
I totally lost my train of thought.
Okay, so, you don't want people to think that you're being pressured into this or, like,
Yeah,
forcing
exactly.
yourself to please someone else, like, this is
Yeah,
something that
not
you
the case.
have genuinely always wondered about and are facing a fear of yours in order to see if it's right for you, and it sounds like it you're enjoying it.
Yeah, and then like once that went away, and it just kind of became like, oh, whatever. Yeah, this is cool. I'm glad she's having fun. Like,
Do you ever get, like, tinges of jealousy?
um, yeah, there's occasional moments, but
Hmm.
then I just think it through and like, what am I jealous about? There's nothing to be jealous over. We're all having fun. And that just goes away.
Oh,
Like, I actually talked to my therapist a lot about it because
okay.
I would get in my head a lot.
Mhm.
And I'm like, I just need to be out of my head because I'm just overthinking and overanalyzing everything. And it's just like, this is supposed to be fun. So she
Yeah.
helped me untangle a lot of knots going on and got me way more comfortable in the lifestyle.
That's great. I mean, if that's honestly, if that's what like what works for you, and like as long as you are happy and you are safe, it does not matter. As long as everyone's consenting, you are happy
Exactly.
and you're safe. Doesn't work for me, but like,
We've met like some
doesn't
of our
matter.
best friends now. Like,
Oh, that's
uh,
wonderful.
you know, when we were going to a club in the weekend, a club on the weekend in Chicago, we
Mhm.
didn't want to have to drive back. And one of the couples we met one time was like, we'll be away that weekend. You can just have our Skyrise apartment. Like, seriously? Yeah, we met these people one time. They leave us a key and let us have their house for the weekend.
Interesting. I
Share
feel
as a
like
person.
there's something, especially if you are in the right kind of circles, a lot of trust goes into it, and
Mhm.
there's a lot of like, I mean, I would
Respect,
hope a lot of respect
appreciation.
that
Well,
goes into it.
yeah, there's no and okay, now I'm sorry, I shouldn't generalize and say this doesn't happen. I have not
Right.
experienced what I'm about to say.
Okay.
Is like there's no walk of shame like people are
Mm,
so like they treat each other like people. Like,
that's great.
yes, you have sex, but you're also a human being. Um, and they care. Like sometimes we've ended up just having like cuddle parties all night. Where we're
Aw,
literally it's not even sex, we're just all like cuddling and laughing and talking and
and
like
just being
smoking.
free.
Yeah, and just
That's
being
nice.
free and not like
Yeah.
caring.
I
And
had a
like
fair oh, sorry. Go ahead.
uh well like one of the like Jess was having a bad day the one day and the guy from one of the couples, knew it and he brought her flowers. Like I was like, dude, like he's married, happily married.
Yeah,
And like that made me happy.
that's
Like
really
that
sweet. Yeah.
like these people just you become so close with them. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Now it's not for everyone, but
Right. Yeah,
I
I do
think it's for more I think
it
more
gets a
people are
bad
open
rap.
to it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it does get a bad rap, and I
Yeah.
think more people are curious about it than they want to admit.
Yeah. And it's good to know that there's like a it can work for people who want it and it, doesn't blow up in your face.
Right.
I have had experiences with open relationships before and uh not that like yes, I did have good and bad experiences and it's not that the bad experiences like made me like I never want to do this again. So, I don't know if you guys remember we had an episode a while back about how I was like trying to figure out if I was asexual or not. Well, where I've been in the past couple months is a lot of therapy. And yeah, it just turns out that I have a lot of trauma and attachment issues and intimacy issues where it's a lot healthier for me to really just focus on one person. Why did I go away? The fuck just
Whoa,
happened? Hello?
I can see oh,
All right. Well, you can still hear me, right?
yeah.
Anyway,
This
while
is
I
weird
figure
though, I'm
that
not
out,
looking at your face
I'm
now.
just gonna continue talking while I figure out what's wrong with my camera. Oh, it just closed. Interesting. So, um, yeah, no, I thought because Ethan and I realized that we heavily disagreed on something. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can still hear you. Got a little quiet, but yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, I'm gonna turn the mic towards me. We heavily disagreed on something because we were talking about. I think Puck asked, "What would you say to those who don't want to be in an open relationship, who feel jealousy when they involve other people?" And you had a very different, I'm not going to say exactly what you said because I don't know if you still mean it. I don't want to piss anyone off. But anyway,
I
turns
don't
out
remember what I said.
you basically were like, well, they need to be more, don't hold Ethan to this, okay? He's a nice guy.
Oh, was it this bad? Okay, if it's this bad.
I took offense to it, but like not in a serious way. Like I wasn't genuinely offended. I was just like, I don't fucking agree with that. You were like, I think that, you're not as emotionally intelligent. And I was like, okay, first of all.
Yeah, that was a dick thing to say.
No, like honestly, like
And
it was a safe space. We were just talking openly, and if you feel that way, you feel that way. Like
no,
I
but I
do
don't
agree with
actually
you.
feel that way.
Really quick. I do can you see me now? That's awesome. Okay.
Yes.
Hold on, it's too low. Well, hold on, let me sit. There is a certain level of emotional maturity that is necessary in order to live that kind of lifestyle, in my opinion. Would you agree?
Yes, it requires a very different muscle in your brain
Right. I
that
think
has to be worked out,
that if you
but not if you
don't
don't
want
want to.
to I think that if you have issues of because there's I agree with you, yes and no. I agree with you in the fact that it does take a lot of emotional maturity to do this in a healthy way. And how you view your partner is going to be a lot different when you start how you start viewing other people and your relationship with yourself and how you view sex and your feelings of ownership or lack thereof when it comes to your partner and entitlement to like their, you know, just like they're mine and they don't have their own autonomy, blah 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 blah. In order to engage in that kind of lifestyle, I think there's some crazy emotional maturity that needs to be, there's emotional, there's, you really gotta have your shit together, basically. So I agree with
Yes.
you there.
And to be clear, it is not something I would ever recommend to people going through difficult times.
Right. Now don't do it to like save
Swinging
the
is
relationship
not
or
a
if you're not
patch
ready.
or a fix for
Mhm,
a relationship going sour.
mhm.
It should be for confident and comfortable uh, couples who are on stable ground.
Yeah.
Um,
I think you
so
shouldn't
please,
get into it until you're on that level of that kind of understanding with yourself and
right?
if you have a partner with them.
Yeah, and it's not for everyone.
Right.
Um, yeah,
And that
I
is
will
where
say a surprising amount of since being open about it on Facebook, a surprising amount of people have actually reached out to me about it, like couples or singles, like saying they're interested in it. And I'm like, that's cool that, people are now reaching out because of that. But you know, it shows me that more people are curious about what it's like than, can comfortably admit. Like,
exactly, exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah. Um, in my case, you know, I've tried it and I just very, very, very much crave simplicity. Um, and just the way I'm wired is I really just want fucking boringness. I don't want to involve more people. And I do know that I still have a lot of stuff to work on, but just kind of the way I see my life going and based on my experiences, um, I just see, I know, and this might be because I have a lot of fucking immaturity issues. I don't know, but all I know is that what works for me is very, I can't handle more than one person.
so
And I really, really crave stability and having very clear lines of what is and isn't allowed and very clear boundaries. And I don't want to complicate things. It overwhelms me. Um, I don't feel the desire to sleep with more than one person. Um, or even like be intimate with more than one person. I need like my safe person that
right.
I like is like I don't know. And this goes into a lot of what I've kind of learned about the way my brain is wired recently. Um yeah, I get kind of overwhelmed by too many people. So, it's just
So
yeah, it doesn't work for me, and it has nothing to do with I don't really get jealous. Like, I really not really, like, I don't, but so it has nothing to do with that. It's more just about very, um it's just establishing very simple boundaries and just
that
I
makes
just want to be
sense.
more
So
simple. I'm not really
it's
wanting to explore more. I've kind of I've been hoeing around since I was 14. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm trying to just, like, have my person, have my babies.
right.
That's it. Like,
Well,
we'll do
to
crazy
be
cool stuff,
clear,
but I just
like,
sex isn't really a motivating factor for me in
right.
general.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm happy. I think it was a great decision. I don't regret it. I've had a lot of fun, met a lot of close friends. Um,
That's wonderful, and also I feel like it's been
but
probably
I
so
can't I
sorry,
can't
real
do
quick.
poly. Sorry.
You Huh?
No, you go ahead. Sorry, I cut
I
you
was gonna
off.
say it's probably really liberating for you as someone who had such a, like you grew up with this strict background of that was
Right.
very conservative and had a lot of anxiety revolving around sex, to be able to actually explore that.
Mhm.
Like, I explored it. I feel very grateful that I explored it at a young age, and I totally don't mean this in like oh like you guys are catching up and you're losers because you're freaking virgin still or whatever, but just like I got it out of my system, and not that it's something to get out of your system, but I figured out what I had all that exploration at such a young age and probably too young, and that's where a lot of the trauma comes from. But at this point I'm like I don't need this big like liberating experience to like I already had that, you know. I'm just
Right.
sounding old right now. It's just not, it's not a priority for me. And if it is a priority for you, that's completely fine. Like
Yeah.
I like to have fun in different ways. And I had a therapist who pointed out to me that sex is just adult play. And I was
Yeah.
like,
That's exactly what we call it.
it
Hey, do you
changed
guys
my
want to?
perspective for me. I was like, wait, that makes it seem so much more like okay, like it's not this big
Yes, because
scary
that's what it
thing.
is. It's adults playing together.
It's just adult play, and I just don't like to play like that as
It's
often as
totally
other
not for
people
everyone.
do,
Right.
um, and so, you know, I play in my own different ways. My
That
solo
makes sense.
sexuality is great.
Well, good. And dude, for some people, monogamy is perfect. And I'm not in any way saying, hey, everyone needs to be a swinger. No, no way.
I know,
It's not for everyone.
right,
Um, but what I was gonna say was in terms of complicated things, I don't want to say it to say that it complicates things. It just makes you a much better communicator because
right,
you have to like quickly learn your boundaries. Like
mhm.
y you if how do I explain this?
I think complication has a bad connotation with what I was trying to say. I don't want to add more details. I
Okay,
don't wanna have
that
to
makes
I
sense.
get overwhelmed a lot easier. Like, I would feel it's not that, "Oh, I'm overwhelmed that you're fucking other people. I'm overwhelmed with blah, blah, blah." It's like, this is just more things I have to think about, and I just I'm just trying to, like, have a nice cushy time. I'm a pretty boring person, like, you would think otherwise because 'cause I'm fucking awesome. But,
Right.
like, behind closed doors, like, I'm boring as fuck, and I'm totally happy with it, and
And it's made our sex life so much better. Like, after we've been with other people, we are
yeah.
just like on each other.
Yeah.
Uh, it's like it's
It's a
again,
bonding thing for you.
it is very much this it's a different type of intimacy.
Mhm.
But we can go into that in the swinging
I know,
episode.
we need to have, like that's why we're saying I wanna have, like, a whole well, it was Ethan's idea, have, like, a whole panel. I don't know who brought up the freaking margarita idea, but it sounds like it margaritas, pineapples, and swingers, and
Upside down pineapples is the sign of the swinger.
is it? Okay, I knew it
Yep.
was, like, a something with a pineapple, right?
Or they're also called ninjas.
It's really cute. Okay, so that'll be a freaking blast. Um,
Oh, yeah,
I
so if you ever seen anyone with an upside down pineapple tattoo or, like, a bumper sticker or any keychain,
they
that's what
swingers.
they are. They're swingers.
Yeah. Something that we had talked about in our brainstorming session that I really am excited for when we can get this set up is interfaith relationships. People with different beliefs and faiths who are together. And how the fuck does that work?
I mean, I could speak on that because I was married to a Christian.
Right. But you were Christian when you got married, weren't you?
Yes, but I became atheist towards the end of our
Oh,
relationship.
I want to hear about that so bad, but don't talk about it because
I won't
we're
save it for
teasing
that episode.
people, right? But I think I know a couple people who are currently, I know an atheist who's dating a Christian. I'm like,
Oh, nice.
what the fuck? Like, I have dated people of other belief systems before, but it was before I became a lot more passionate about like this community and what I want for my future. And I realized yeah, it's just something that's important to me. It wasn't as important to me before, and not that I'm like, "I won't associate with you if you're a Christian." It's just like, I'm gonna have a lot of questions for how you wanna raise your children, and
Right.
we gotta find out if that's compatible. Um, I wanna have a sex worker panel real bad.
Oh, me too. Me
Mhm.
too. Really
Just
bad.
like all the sex workers in a stream talking about it, and people can call in and ask questions.
And
I
if it
would
wasn't clear, we 100% support sex work.
yes, legalize everything.
Mhm.
That's, pretty much me.
Well,
Um
not everything, but legalize,
Condone first degree murder. Anyway,
Um,
Puck, who brought this up? Puck, I think, was when to introduce sex toys into a relationship.
yes, dude. Oh
Because
my god.
this we like just went off in a million different directions about
The
that one.
first time Jessica brought out her sex toys.
No, save it. Tease
I
them. Make
dude,
them come back.
fine.
Tease them with the tip of that conversation. Okay, if you really wanna say it, you can, but it's gonna be spicy because we had so many different opinions. First show back and it's already canceled. Okay, go. What were you gonna say?
What was I gonna say?
Sex toys. The first time Jess,
Oh,
that's what I heard.
the first time Jess
Poor
brought out her
Jess.
box of sex toys, I froze.
I feel like she has a duffel bag. No, she has like a
She has a big
spread.
plastic bin of toys.
Oh,
I
good for
was
her.
so intimidated. I was
Good
just
for
like
her.
a 12-year-old boy sitting there with my arms folded, like,
What's that?
because all this sex stuff is, experimenting is new to me. So, you know, to see her so confidently be like, "Yeah, here's my stuff." It was just like,
And this is for your ass, and this is for your
yeah. Like,
Oh. I wanna talk about, one other thing that was going on with me while I was away was the
so
yeah?
one thing,
Mhm.
uh, I a toy I will highly recommend for people with vaginas, based on the available evidence in its application I've seen used, is get the Enjoy. NJOY. It is,
N, like the letter N,
yeah, the
and then
letter
joy.
N, joy.
I'm Googling this real quick as you talk about it.
Um,
I've
Last
seen
time
that
I showed
on
it on
some certain
screen, I'll take it
websites. Sorry.
taken down, so I can't show it on screen.
No, we don't have to show it on screen, but why does it look that's a vape.
It's not a vape.
Why does it look like a vape? Does it look like a vape? Am I looking at the right
No,
thing?
not at
It looks
all.
like a vape
It's
cartridge.
no, it looks like
Well, don't show it.
okay,
It's like a
it's a lo
oval.
a curve,
Huh?
and there's a
Enjoy.
ball on either end.
Whoa.
Type Enjoy adult toy.
It's a grown-up toy. What? Is it made of metal?
Yeah,
Nah, dog, I ain't touching
dude,
that shit. It's
dude.
cold.
It's what?
Brr. I don't wanna
Dude,
touch that. Brr. I see a nipple on whatever I just okay, anyway.
you know, uh,
But
yeah,
it's you'd recommend
yeah,
based on
because I've seen
reactions
it
you've seen?
used on multiple, people at this point, and wow, is
Okay,
it having
I'm gonna Google it again later.
effect.
Can we talk about the recovering from religion excursion that I
Oh,
went to
yes.
that you didn't go to?
So, yeah, we can. I wish I would have been there.
Yeah, but
It
you
was
had
on
a
the same
wedding, and so I
yeah,
got
it
your
was.
spot.
So, I couldn't make it. So, yeah, you took my spot.
Incredible. Um, I don't know how they did it, but it was even better than the year before. I thought the year before was like, "Oh, I can't wait to come back to this. This is the coolest thing I've ever gone
Right.
to." And then it was better the next year, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Beautiful place in Tennessee, like a three-story cabin, and an indoor pool.
Ooh, so nice.
Yeah, beautiful view and wonderful conversations, wonderful speakers, wonderful connections were made. I did meditation with sorry, I'm almost at the end of my whiskey. So, um anyway,
Oh,
there
I
was
can't
guided
believe it's
meditation and it was fantastic. Lots of resources provided, and the volunteers did an incredible job. And everyone who puts that together, like so much goes into it. And I, again, have made lifelong friends like I did the year before. And I could not be more grateful. And just hearing people's stories. Oh, I'm sorry. For those who don't know, Recovering from Religion is a organization that provides support and resources to people coping with doubt, seeking
Yes.
answers about religion, and living without faith. They have support groups. They started the secular therapy project,
Which
which
is
gets
how
you
I
in
found
touch
my therapist.
right, gets you in touch with non-faith-based mental health services and therapists.
Evidence-based therapy.
Evidence-based therapists. But every fall, they have an excursion, and it is where just a bunch of people come together who are in very different walks of what's going on with their journey coming out of their faith or questioning, or people who have been out a long time. There's wonderful resources, wonderful talks that you can attend. For instance, Thomas Westbrook talked about, getting over the fear of hell. We had Erin Lewis there talking about her life as a stripper,
Oh,
which
cool.
was like, oh, there were so many questions for her because these are, you have people who have never maybe interacted with a stripper or a sex worker before.
Right.
And then Gwen was back talking about her nudist life. And then, other things that are more related to religion in particular. But that's a huge part of it is the sexual repression and just the whole expression of yourself and the shame of your body and your sexuality plays a huge part into it. So it was just wonderful that they were there to share their perspectives and their stories, and they're so open and approachable at these things. Highly recommend for anyone, even if you're not like, oh, I'm questioning my faith. Like if you've been out of it for a while and still just want to go connect with these people. I mean, I've been pretty secular my entire life. And so I kind of felt like, oh, I don't belong here. I'm taking up space for someone who could otherwise be here. But not to like toot my own horn, but I feel like um, there was some value in the conversations I was having with people who are like newer to the whole secular thing. um, and just, I try to be a good example. I mean, I can be pretty vulgar, but it's just such a wonderful opportunity to connect with these people who haven't been exposed to people like Aaron, to people like me who have a sex podcast, to people like Gwen, to people like Daryl, who's just a self-proclaimed dirty old man. But I don't want to resort him to that because
A great man.
he's brilliant, and
Yeah, he is.
I mean, the work he does is invaluable, and I just adore him.
He's
He's
such
such
a
like a
sweet, warm guy, and his
simple,
laugh, you
well-intentioned person who
you can
wants to
hear
help
his
people.
laugh from so far away.
And I showed you I sang to him this time. Anyway, but so my question for you is, Ethan, are we doing the fundraiser this year?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know when?
Oh, actually, I do. February 4th, if you're free.
Okay. I did really, really want to touch on that because going last year, I was like, okay, it like relit the fire under my ass for like, wow, there is such a need for this.
Right.
I really hope we're doing the fundraiser again. February 4th, we will be doing
That
the
will be the
fundraiser.
to date 3-year anniversary of YFNA.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah. So
I'm
I start looking for people, start reaching out. Because yeah, I mean, if you would like to host again,
yeah.
okay, cool. Yeah, as long as you're down, we could do
I'm
the same
absolutely
thing we could do last year. You host part and Kenneth hosts another part.
down. How much did we raise last year?
$15,000.
I thought it was 10,000. We raised 15,000.
No, our goal was 10,000.
But I know we met it. So that makes me so happy.
Yeah. So Daryl jokingly like, so you're gonna go for 15,000 this year? I'm like, no. I'm like, I'm not setting it higher than 10. I'm like, I don't know how
You were really, really worried
yeah.
that we
Well,
weren't going to hit
Daryl,
10,000, but we did.
the first year I shot for, was it 5,000? And we got 8,000.
Mhm.
So Daryl's like, it'd be really cool this year if you shot for 10,000. And I was like, ugh. I'm like, dude, I can't do that. He's like, yes, you can. I'm like, no, I literally can't do that. I'm
And you
like,
did, and you surpassed it.
sorry, we did. It was, trust me,
You didn't do shit. I
without
just show up.
uh, without all the people that came on the show, without the producers, the chat mods, it would have been a poorly run show. But I had an excellent team
It's a
behind me
huge,
of
wonderful effort.
Yes, everyone
For a
was
wonderful
timely.
cause.
Like, if I got a lot of compliments around the production of the stream and how timely everything was, which made me very happy. And it seemed that all the people that worked with me before wanted to work with me again, so they were clearly happy with both years, and reached out to new faces who were also happy to oblige. So this year, I'm going to start reaching out to more TikToker atheists, so we can get some
There
more.
are some amazing TikTokers on Atheist, I tell you what.
Yes, there are.
Yeah,
Um,
that'll be so much
I'm
fun.
going to be setting up an interview soon with Eve Was Framed. I'm not sure if you're familiar with
Mhm,
her. So,
mhm.
yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Oh, that's gonna be so much fun. Oh my gosh, we're coming down to the wire, and you were worried we wouldn't have enough to talk about.
I was like, if we don't get an hour, is that okay? Like, we'll just stop when it.
I
And
know.
we've been. But I hope it's good stuff. It's not just us rambling and people are like, "Oh God, shut the fuck up." You know what I mean?
Man, if you made it this far into the stream, thank you so much for sticking with us. I know we've
Yes.
just been shooting the shit this episode. We have a lot of very structured things planned. And I say structured very loosely, more structured than this. I don't know if we will ever be completely structured because that's not what we do here.
No.
But specific dedicated topics. Kenneth Leonard is the one who won last time with the pickup line.
Oh, he did. Yes.
Ameet just reminded me. I mean, that's not what he said, but I saw his name and I was like, "That's who won." Anyway,
Yeah,
so
Kenneth
many there's
Leonard
this
is.
guy called Kenneth Leonard, he's big on TikTok. We know who Kenneth is, and he's been killing it on TikTok. He does lives and, like, debates people.
Yeah.
Incredible. I
It's like a call-in show basically, and he's
Yeah,
killing it.
on TikTok. We're infiltrating. I'm not
Mhm.
very active on there. I just like shit posts basically, but
It's funny because in the beginning, Kenneth would only do, like, an episode here and there.
Mhm.
Like, he
Doesn't he
wanted
do
them
it, like,
to.
every week now?
And now he's, like, between AXP, Talk Heathen, between
Mhm.
his TikToks, he's, like, on almost like a daily basis.
Mm.
And
Good
it's
for him.
cool seeing how he went from, like, a reserved activist to, like, a full-on just
That's his freaking shit
it's
now.
his thing. Like, so it's
I
really cool.
have missed this, Ethan. I really have.
Aw.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you how I met Kenneth?
No.
So he was the
Put your arms up.
oh, he was a part of the Secular Student Alliance, and he used to do debates and stuff. And
Okay.
he came across my channel and saw my debate with Joel, and
Right.
he reached out to you. He's like, hey, have you ever dealt with a precept before? If you ever need some help, he's like, I got experience in this area. And I was like, so we talked, and then I was just like, dude, you got to do this. And he's like, me? I'm like, yes. I'm like, dude, you have to do this. Trust me. So,
Wait, did Kenneth not have an online, like, presence before that?
no,
What? He was
yeah,
born for it.
yeah,
No freaking way.
yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I this is the first I'm hearing of this too. I just assumed that Kenneth was like a freaking news anchor already.
No,
No,
not
I
at
mean, not
all.
necessarily that, but just was involved and wow. No, he's an incredible communicator. He really is.
He is. He's a fucking brilliant mind
Hmm. So you
and
recruited
a
him.
genuine good guy. I always say he's the Captain
Wonderful.
America of atheism.
You know what? You
He's a
know,
soldier too.
he is.
Yep.
You would be the Spider-Man.
I'll take it.
Yeah, which is funny because everyone assumes you're like the youngest one.
Right.
No, I'm
And then,
sorry. No, I'm sorry. Drew McCoy is no, you're like the Flash. And I know I'm mixing Marvel and DC at this
oh,
point.
that's fine. I love the Flash.
You would be okay. This is a different episode. I need to make like a spreadsheet of who is who. I love to categorize things, and I'm going to do everyone in the atheist community. Wait, someone's already done this. Fuck.
So do it. Do your own version.
I'm going to do my own. Everyone can fuck off.
Yes. But he has to be the Captain America.
He is the Captain America. Ooh, I'm gonna decide. Titan Uranus, hello. Did you just get here? Where you been?
Yeah, I don't
I'm here
know.
now. Start over.
Comes here
We
right at
have
the
5 minutes left. I miss this so much.
end. Yeah, it's been fun. Kind of needed it. Needed to
Yeah.
just force myself to do it again.
I have been spending a lot of time in Mexico. That's a huge reason that I was like, you know, when Ethan said he wanted to skip a while, I'd be like, that's great because I'm fucking in Mexico right now and I couldn't do it anyway. Even if I am in Mexico, I'm gonna try to stream. Like I want this to be a thing again, and we have so many good ideas, and I think some really fun panels lined up.
So what I'm going to do tomorrow is make a Facebook post, see how many public sex workers are on my Facebook, because I know there's a bunch, and see if any of them are willing to come on camera.
Oh,
So
I
that way
wish we could
can put
invite
together
my
a sex
favorite
worker.
OnlyFans person, but I think he's too hot shot at this point. But he has gone on podcasts before, and I would die.
Dude, message him.
I'm just gonna reach out. I'm a patron. I have direct access. I'd be like, listen.
And you can send him a message.
I sure fucking can.
Yeah. And he'll see it and he'll reply.
Dude, I sat there and I calculated how much does this boy make off of this account alone? And I was like, why isn't everyone doing this?
Well, a lot of people are and don't make good money at it.
It's you honestly,
Apparently,
I have had
men are really
some
popular.
experience in the sex work industry, and if you do not market yourself like it is your full-time job, it's hard. It is not just, oh, I fucking fuck myself on camera and I have all this money come in. It is a job.
Oh, absolutely.
And if you have other priorities, I can completely understand why you're like, yeah, it's a little side thing. But the people who treat it like a full-time job, holy fuck. Wow.
You can make some serious money. Like,
there's a lot of other factors, but marketing is a huge thing. And that's why I decided sex work isn't for me, because I hate marketing.
One of the most successful OnlyFans content creators just recently had their account hacked. And they tried to steal. She had over $900,000 in her OnlyFans account. And they tried to steal it. They weren't able to.
Oh my God.
So I guess when people ask, like, why would you leave so much money in there? And it's because OnlyFans only lets you pull it out at certain periods of time.
That ain't all right.
In certain increments. So like a certain amount of time has to pass before the money's yours.
Oh, that's how Chatterbait was. Don't ask how I know that. Interesting. Well, shit, we got 2 minutes left. Any last words?
Ameet Mathew, we likely do. Philip DeFranco, think he's awesome. You ever watch Philip DeFranco?
Wait, what did Ameet ask? I missed.
I'm guessing he said, I think we follow the same YouTube news source, I think. Based on
okay.
Yep.
Now I know who Philip DeFranco is. I was like, Philip DeFranco isn't an OnlyFans person.
No, not an OnlyFans person. That's why I heard about this story.
Okay. Oh, I'm hearing about an OnlyFans promotion if I have permission, I'll shout it out to our like 3 viewers right now. But I'm like wondering, I'm like, oh, is it all bugs or is it sexy bugs?
Wait, what?
Feel free to subscribe to my OF, everyone. I have much less in my account, but also there are spiders. And so I'm wondering, like, is it because OnlyFans is not just for sex work?
No, not at all. It's just a lot of it came for sex work.
All right. Well, I am pulling this link up really quick. Wow. But I'm okay. Might have to check my bank account, see if that's in my budget. Like bugs also. Oh no, not all bugs. Okay, that was what I was wondering. That's I have a question before we go.
Yes.
And maybe I need to save this for my sex work panel, but it's something I want to talk about. Is it weird for your friends to subscribe to your OnlyFans because they want to support you?
No.
And maybe think you're hot, but for the main reason, like I want to support you. Because I have a lot of friends who I'm like, I would subscribe, but I also like don't want you to be embarrassed that I'm seeing your ass because I know you in person, but also I want to support you.
Right.
I can't right now. I'm broke as fuck. But at one point, I was like, oh, I would subscribe, but I don't want them to know that I'm subscribed. But I want them to know I support their work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All
right. You'll have to find out everyone's opinions when we have the sex work panel.
So I've actually considered it.
Well, I saw you in those booty shorts. And you looked like you were enjoying yourself.
I was having a good time.
You a freak, Ethan. Hey, you do you. I can let you know from I don't have experience in this, but I have a friend who says it's very liberating and a lot of fun. So I guess this is I'm starting to ramble. I'm getting
yes.
I finished my double shot of whiskey and I'm a lightweight, so it's like it's that's how I know. That's my timer going off saying it's 9 nights time.
I see. I don't have them readily available. Hive Science says he has the screenshots of me in the booty shorts on his PC. On her PC.
Is that on really?
Yeah.
Shit, son.
I part of me is tempted if I had them, totally show it.
All right, send them in the DMs to me. Anyway. Fuck, I don't know how to end this. What do we normally do? It's been so long.
Remember.
Well, thank you for everyone.
Pound it.
Take him to Pound Town.
No, pound. Give me a pound.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I can't. Hang on. There we go.
Bye, everyone. Do you still have a Patreon?
Yes, I do.
Okay, thanks to the patrons. I don't have the list.
Oh my fucking God. I'm sorry. Thank you, because I've fallen out of I'm out of the habit of doing streams. So yeah, I still produce Dave Warnock's stream every Monday night.
Hell yeah. If you guys don't know Dave Warnock, that's Neil the 604 Atheist. That one's Dave. I got Dave and I've got Neil.
It's called That GD Show.
Which does not stand for goddamn show.
Well, it does and it doesn't.
Why
it stands for the Genevieve and Dave Show, but it does also stand for the goddamn.
That goddamn show.
Dude, he brings on the best guests and has some great
adore him.
It's like, and it's a call-in show. So, it's just, it's a show where you get to relax more. It's not, like
ours.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
You get to see people just chilled out, relax. It's not debate, nothing like that. They're just talking. So it's very like you can, calm down.
Wonderful. I do want to shout out Ameet's freaking sick ass cosplay that I've been seeing on Instagram.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, yo. I've been loving that shit. All right. Do you have your patrons list up?
Cindy PLAZA, Left, Right, Left, Ryan Hammond, Kenneth Leonard, Skye, Secular Rarity, Philip Leitch, Richard Gilliver _ Atheism, meet Mathew. So thank you so much for your patronage.
We love you so much. Do we want to lock in next week's topic?
Yes.
Entice people?
Yeah. What is it again?
We flip a coin because you want to do one thing and I want to do another, but I don't remember what your idea was because
we're doing your thing. No, we're doing your thing. Remember?
We're doing my thing. $50 to the best pickup line. And while we sift through those and get callers here and there, you can also call in and tell us your red flag and deal breakers. And I will tell you if I agree with you or not. And I will try to be respectful.
We got to make a post about this.
I will.
Call in.
I mean, you have more Facebook friends than I do. So you do it.
I'm going to
sit here and look pretty. I love you all so much. Ethan, thanks for doing this with me. And I'll see you everyone next week. Yeah?
Yeah. Good night.
Good night.